Okay, so what we're going to look at now on the Olex system is how we handle the chart movement. Zooming in, zooming out, panning the screen, and that type of thing. So if you look at our standard trackball mouse, you can see here, you're going to have these two buttons up here. Do not use those. If you accidentally click them, say we click one, it's going to start zooming the system out and it won't stop. You can click on them all you want. So you just click on one of the other buttons to halt it. The left button will be zoom in. The right button will be zoom out. The wheel will be scrolling the wheel will be zooming in, or scrolling it forward will be zooming out. And if you look, you notice the way it functions is based on where the cursor is. So it's actually zooming in. If we put the cursor here, you're zooming out or zooming in based on where the cursor is, not where the vessel is. Okay, so that's important. Okay, the other way you can move it, you can use the arrows on the screen, or sorry, the arrows on the keyboard, the left and right, up and down arrows. That will pan the chart, moving it from side to side. The other way is you have the two buttons here. You can press 1 then 2, and it gives you a circle here. And as I scroll the ball to move it away, it begins to pan. Okay, so you can see it panning through. If I go the other direction, as I get closer to the center, it slows down. Let's say I go up, it goes down, and the further away I go from the center, the speed increases. Okay. The other aspect we're going to talk about here is how to keep your boat centered. There are a bunch of different ways you can do it. So if you look up at the top left here, you're going to see, and I touch it with my cursor, you'll see it highlight here. There's an arrow, and that basically is pointing straight up, meaning north up. You can run the system north up, and we can say center our boat. So if we center our boat, here's our vessel sailing along. We see two vector arms off of this particular vessel because this vessel had a satellite compass or gyro on board. So what we happen to have is our dotted line, which is our course over ground, and our solid line is the heading, or the way the boat is pointed. So interesting, when you do have both, you can kind of get an idea of tidal drift or currents, how they're pulling the vessel. So if you look here, you've got center boat, which basically keeps the map moving and the vessel in the center. If you click on edge, it's basically a look ahead mode. So it keeps the vessel down in the bottom third of the screen, so to speak, and you see more ahead of you. Okay, so you see more of the screen out in front. The jump feature, basically the map will stay stationary, the boat will sail here, and when it gets up to around this point, the map will jump and redraw. We very rarely use that. The two really used is center and edge. They're the most preferred. Some people like to run the system north up. So if we look here, we'll zoom out and just give you an idea. You can see Nova Scotia. So if we zoom out, we're running north up. So north would be straight up. If we're running course up, then what you see is the map will move. So as we zoom in a bit, you'll see the land start to move. You can see the arrows not straight up. Our vessel's turning here right now, so once it comes out of the turn, it's going to stay head up, or course up, I should say. So again, you can zoom in and out here. You can, and it will stay on the vessel. The other way is, like I said, scroll the center wheel, just scroll it in or out, and that will stay locked on the vessel as well. Okay. So here's the course up, like I said. So you see the vessel going up, and you'll see the land will change around. So basically, that's the basic module of navigating through the map.